Alright guys, welcome to a much belated episode of Stuff from Japan. I didn't look up the date of the previous episode I did, but I imagine it's been at least a couple years now. And I've probably changed proxy bidders a couple of times since then. I'm now using Zen Market. And um, this is, I believe, the first box that I've received from them, and the packing was great. I used FedEx for shipping. That was nice and fast. And yeah, their communication's pretty good. Their prices are good, and they're willing to stockpile things at the warehouse like a lot of those proxy bidders are, which is super helpful. And so the majority of this shipment is Seiko watches. So without further ado, I'll dive in. Um, I unwrapped some of these ahead of time, and then I got about halfway through the box and I realized, you know what? I'm going to have to edit this. I want to edit out the unwrapping of things. So I kind of started over. So here's a few of them that I had unwrapped, and then I'll kind of switch it up once we get to the things that are still wrapped. So a lot of these watches came as a lot, and so some of the watches they're garbage to me, but I'll go ahead and dig through them. So this was a heavy hitter. This is a Seiko G757, and it was popular because there was a 007 movie called Octopussy that had a G757 watch in it. I don't believe it was this body style, this case style, but the movement was a G757, and this one's not working, so that was heavily discounted. But even not working, I'll see these go on eBay for like pushing $100 for a non-working one. This one I got for 50, including a bunch of other watches. So I did some reading online, and on a lot of these, the reason even you swap out a new battery and it still doesn't show anything, and supposedly the reason on a lot of them is because there's some failed capacitors in these. And so I'm hoping that I get lucky and it's just those chip caps, because I really like the the design of these. It's just a really cool looking watch. I think there were maybe like half a dozen different cases for these, but this is kind of in the middle. This isn't the original bracelet either. Kind of in the middle of my preference scale, because there's some even super cooler looking ones. But anyways, this was definitely hot on my list. So I'm gonna put the ones that I really care about up here. Um, this one, this one came in that same lot, and this just made me laugh so hard. So this is, before I talk about it, this is official Disney stuff. Oh wow, it's even got the sticker on the back still. This isn't like knockoff Goofy stuff. This is, well, Goofy, huh? Disney. Um, it's not weird knockoff stuff. This is official Disney merch. Okay, look at the hand placement. It's fixed like right on his booty hole. I just thought that was such a bizarre design choice. Like who, like somebody cleared that. They're like, yeah, stick him right there, right on his thing. And I just thought that was bizarre. But hopefully, when I throw this on eBay, oh hey, check that out, nice. The unidirectional bezel works fine. But yeah, hopefully throw this on eBay and make back my money on that one lot for people who like that sort of watch. Yeah. Okay, this one I definitely wanted. This is in the auction photos. It was unclear the state of the LCD, and apparently it's got severe bleeding. But this design, look at that industrial design. That's just awesome. So, anyways, it has a small solar panel here, reminiscent of old solar calculators. And then Silverwave was that was just kind of a tag that Seiko put on a lot of their watches. Many of the watches that said Silver Wave on the Japanese iteration, when they came to the United States, would say Sports 100, which it just like grosses me out. Like, it's such a dumb name. Like, I don't know. I guess that's how a lot of marketing works. Is people think they need to change things, but yeah, just a beautiful watch. So hopefully that LCD is not too difficult to track down. But everything else looks super sharp, great condition. So that's definitely a keeper. This one's really cool. This is new old stock, Lord Quartz. Seiko used the words Lord and Grand and a few others to describe some of their watches. This was one of their Lord watches. Like there's a Lordmatic, which is automatic. This is a Lord Quartz because it's a quartz. But yeah, new old stock. This was like $10. Um, if you average out what I paid for each of these watches, whether they were individually purchased or if it was a lot, is basically $10 a watch was kind of the breakdown. So for some of these ones that I don't care about, I'll have to try and flip them and get my money back. But for the keepers, $10 is smoking. This I have no care about at all. This was just thrown in there. So I'm going to put these out of view because I don't care about them. This, as much as I love Seiko, there was a number of Seikos that came in some of these lots that I'm just not interested in them. This one looks like it's water damaged. I'm not really into gold, and I'm not really after these movements either. This one's kind of cool because it's a grand quartz. Those movements are beautiful inside, but it's hidden. You can't see it. I'd really love to see somebody invent an exhibition case back for some of these old watches, because that would just be great to be able to show that off. But anyways, that was not on my hot list. This was also not on my hot list. I don't even know. Not familiar with that company. This is interesting. This is an automatic movement. This is a women's watch. It's bedazzled. All these markers have little fake jewels and stuff, and it's definitely girly looking. It's part of their LK or Lukia, I can't remember how it's said, line. And you can tell by the width of the bracelet that that's definitely a women's watch. However, the movement, I believe it's I don't know, I want to say like 4R36 or something, is actually excellent. And this watch was cheap enough. I want to say it was like $40. It's an interesting variation of the 4R because it has this exposed balance port. You can kind of see see if I can wind this up, get that balance moving. Come on, you can do it. If it's not damaged. Come on, do it. Surprised that balance isn't spinning. Huh. Anyways, balance isn't moving right now. Oh, there it goes. See, the second hand's moving. Why don't I see the balance? Oh, there it goes. Okay. So you can see the balance moving right there. Well, you can kind of see it through the port too. And that was kind of a special feature on this 4R variant, was that it had that exposed port. So my desire is to design a custom dial that still retains that exposed port and put this into a different case, maybe a diver or something. That 4R movement, that'll fit into many different Seiko cases, so that was definitely a keeper. Another dress Seiko that I was not interested in that just kind of came in there. This I did buy intentionally. I just thought it was kind of interesting. It's got a screw down crown, 4 o'clock. I really like the 4 o'clock crowns. That's kind of cool. I don't know, just look kind of interesting. And it's got the Wave logo on the back. It's kind of cool. So not high demand, but I just thought it was cool. This is super cool. I got it hoping that my wife would want it. It is a women's watch, but she has this little, I think it's a Timex or something, that she just loves the heck out of that thing, and it's super durable. And so I'm not going to try and persuade her to change her love of watch. But it's titanium, which is awesome. I guess they put some gold coating on those links. It's got this cool red date port there, and yeah, it's just a sweet little titanium women's watch. Maybe my daughter will dig it. But yeah, $10, can't beat that. This was thrown into one of those lots. I wasn't really after it, but it's titanium. It's a Citizen. Citizen, I think, has the best titanium groove of any company. I mean, many watch companies do titanium watches, but Citizen just seems to do it with ease. Their designs, they don't really seem to charge a premium for it being titanium. So, I don't know. Maybe fixable. It's running. Needs a pin. So that's kind of cool. Kind of a bonus watch, I guess. This I did buy intentionally. This is made by Albo, which is a sub-company of Seiko. And it's just a cool titanium field watch. The spring bar, that's awful. Yeah. Anyways, I'll take that out later. But yeah, I just thought it would, might look good on a little NATO strap or something. But just a cool, yeah, just a cool little titanium quartz. And this was a throwaway. Looks new, shoot. But I don't know anything about it. Genesis something. Yeah. No interest, but it was a bonus, so yeah. Alright, so now I'm going to start opening these. And I do have two hands, so maybe opening these won't be entirely painful. Earlier I was trying to do it with one hand, and that was just, ugh. I wasn't going to subject you guys to that painful process, even though this is slightly painful. I will edit if this turns into a unpackaging nightmare. But so far we're moving along. This, I think, was kind of a pack-in on a lot. I don't believe this is one that I was hot on. But I do believe it is a decent-looking Citizen. Citizen does make fine watches, even though I'm a Seiko fanboy. Oh, nice. I love it when people package these with a bubble wrap behind it, because that shows that they actually care about the case back not getting scratched. So every once in a while people care. So yeah, that's kind of a pretty looking Citizen. But yeah, it was just thrown in. It was not on my hot list. This was definitely on my hot list. This is another G757. However, so not only was I interested in this movement, see, it's a little bit different case style. So not only was I interested in that movement, but this this bracelet is super cool. It's not from this watch. It's from something else. And it actually, I'll have to do some research, but I think it might actually belong to the Aliens watch. The watch that Ripley wears in the movie Aliens is a Seiko 7A28, and I believe it has this identical band. Yeah, so another G757 to roll the dice on with that capacitor swap. And let's see what this guy is. Dun, dun, dun. It's been so long on some of these, I can't even remember exactly what they are. So it's like surprise time. Surprise! Look what you spent your money on. Ooh, yes. I do remember this one. Yeah, cool. Super cool. Alright, this is a 7431 movement. And I kind of forgot that this clasp was broken. However, I'm sure I have something that will be compatible with it. But I just thought that was so cool. The crystal gasket is red, which matches the second hand. And it's super basic. There's no day or date. But I don't know. I just thought it was cool. I don't mind the worn finish at all. I used to hate that, and because I had a really nice watch with a black finish that got scratched, and that super bummed me out. However, on these older ones, they have kind of a more of a worn finish rather than some giant scrape or something. Kind of grew on me. I like it. So I'll be excited to get that guy working. Hopefully a lot of these are just a battery, but I'm prepared for it to be much worse. It's entirely possible that some of these are totally roached inside, like if the battery just got acid everywhere. That happens. But hopefully for a lot of them it's as simple as a battery swap. This I believe I bought this on a whim. That's a nice clasp. I believe I bought this on a whim because it was a cheap titanium. If you've never owned a titanium watch, it's pretty impressive how light titanium is. I believe it's 40% lighter than steel, and boy do you feel it. It's pretty cool. So yeah, just a cheap titanium. And what's coming up next? Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, that Donald Duck watch. Oh my goodness. So bizarre. Alright, let's get some scissors. Some scissors. Oh, I think I know what this one is. I think this is a chronograph. Yeah. So this one had a really scratched up crystal on it, but it was so cheap I didn't care. So what this is, it says wired, which is a line of Seiko watches, but yeah, it's just a really nice titanium chronograph. And I actually have some nice titanium chronographs already, but I thought for $10 I can replace that crystal and maybe it'll make a nice gift for a friend who's just getting into watches or something. So yeah, cool titanium. If you hadn't noticed, I kind of have a thing for titanium. So check this guy out. Looks gold. I'm assuming I was after the movement. Yep, I was after the movement. Okay, this is a Seiko H557, and the desire to have one of these is that most of the parts in this movement are compatible with the H556 and the H558, which go into some pretty nice watches. So this was cheap enough to where I thought, you know what, I wouldn't mind having a spare one of these around for if I ever needed to swap parts with an H556 or an H558. The screen is not compatible, but everything else pretty much is. So yeah, the old H557. So there's that. And what's this gonna be? So many choices. I think this is a yeah, this guy. So this is a 8F movement. I can't remember the suffix on it. But the significance of the 8F is, as it says here on the dial, perpetual calendar. And So your typical watch, like this one I'm wearing here, you're going to have to adjust the, oh, it's starting to change over the date there. You're going to have to adjust the calendar every month, or at least the months where the number of days change. On this one, with a perpetual calendar, it has kind of a complex setting process, but once you've set it, it will account for the variation in the number of days per month. And it's a fairly accurate quartz movement. This is a lovely titanium case and bracelet. This is actually one of my favorite titanium case and bracelet combos from Seiko. Looks like that pin's coming out. And I thought it would be cool to create a custom dial with the Mandalorian Mudhorn logo. Because this, when I was looking at this watch, I just thought it had that real kind of rugged armor type look to it. I thought this would make a pretty cool Mandalorian tribute watch. And I'll probably, I don't know, I might leave that Cyclops there, but I might swap it out for a totally uniform crystal. So yeah, I just thought that would be a sweet Mandalorian watch. So that. And this is not a watch, but it is watch related. And you guys will probably think I'm a weirdo for buying it, but what I believe this is would be for a salesman who wanted to show off the water resistance. It says waterproof, but water resistance of a watch for customers. Because I think back in the day, early wristwatches, you didn't mix them with water, and then later on, watches started to take on more gaskets and whatnot and become water resistant. And I believe this was a way for a salesperson to be like, hey, potential customer. Oh, that doesn't really quite fit. Hey, potential customer, check this out. And run it under a little, I don't know, container of water into a bowl or something. I don't know. Show off how cool that was. See, it still works. It's amazing. So I don't know. I just thought that was some cool vintage Seiko toolage. So yeah. And what else do we got? What is this? Oh, I know what this is. I was kind of upset at this seller because Zen Market contacted me and they're like, hey, by the way, something fell off of this item. And I was extra bummed because there were multiple listings for these, and this was the one listing that was totally intact, that didn't have any parts falling off or, major damage going on. And then when they notified me that it was damaged, I was pretty sad. Oh, I think this is from the same seller. Let's see if it's the same item. No, these are different. I guess we'll see that other one coming up. So these, they're a little scratched. These were little placards that would go inside of cases and whatnot. I don't read Japanese, so I'll have to look those up. But I believe each of these had, those are the same. And this is the same. But I don't know. I just thought they were cool. It's a nice little bundle. Let's see if the one that got messed up is in here. Where is it? Maybe it's not even included. That would be crazy. You know what? I wonder if it's still at the I wonder if it's still at the Zen Market warehouse. Huh. Yeah, they must have left it behind for the next shipment. False alarm! But anyways, I had ordered some more placards. They had little badges that fell off, and I was sad. Alright, come on, you little weasel. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, so this one... Oh, I think I know what this is. This is a Silver Wave. It's probably like a 75 something or other. What is this? Sorry for my terrible camera work. Oh no, it's a 8229. Okay. But yeah, just a lovely silver wave. Screw down crown. Screw down case back. Yeah, I just thought it was a great look. Super cool. Dun, dun, dun. What else we got here? Alright, what is this? Is this what I think it is? Might be. Come on. Oh, something popped off. Oh, it's not. Okay. This is a similarly styled Silver Wave. Totally different movement. This is a 7546. But yeah, yet another lovely Silver Wave with the 4 o'clock screw down crown. Much heavier. Okay, so we got that. Alright. And I think we're getting down to the end here. Come on now. Sorry. The tape was getting to me. Yeah. This is a 7433. I'm super pumped to find this one. I like these straight links, original bracelet, and this kind of try whatever ring. I thought that was super cool. Just super basic, clean dial and handset. 4 o'clock crown. Is that a screw down? Yeah, screw down crown. Hopefully it's not stripped. Oh, screws down. But yeah, super pumped about that. So yeah. So I would say, out of all these, probably the ones I'm most pumped about are this guy, this guy, this guy, and the 757s. That was probably like the juiciest, goldiest, goodiest bit. But all these other ones are super cool too, in their own right. So yeah, and of course my notorious duck butt watch. So yeah, hopefully you weren't bored out of your mind. You probably think I'm a dork for being a watch nerd, but hey, I had fun. So maybe we'll see another stuff from Japan video in the future. Hopefully it will be to cover my Rockman collection, because I haven't covered that for years. And probably hasn't changed a whole lot, but probably the next time I cover it will be the last time I show it off in that case, because eventually we'll be moving to a different house and I'll have to pack it all up and it will never look the same. So yeah, thanks for sticking around, and peace out.